going on, guys? Welcome back to the Guardian Report. We are live in the building.
7 minutes late.
7 minutes late, as always. You know, now that we have ads, though, we never know how long we should let you guys run them. Refresh a couple times while you wait. You know what I mean? Get the ad revenue up, and
Yeah, we're trying to make at least $5 today.
let's have a good time. Honestly, if we make like $3 off the stream, like we gold. You know what I'm saying?
Who do we got? We got Afro Bob.
How's everybody doing? Welcome.
Afro
welcome.
Bob, Spider, Missile, Pal, Kendo.
The gang. The whole gang.
Everybody's here. We love you.
Got a
Thank
good
you for
show
watching.
for you today.
A lot of
That was good, everybody.
a lot of ideas are flowing.
Lots of them.
What are you laughing at over there?
We got our producers
Are you
in
putting
the
big
building. We
lips
got
on me
GK
again?
and LB in the building.
The producers like to go on Instagram and take videos of us while we record, and they put filters on us, and they just sit over there and laugh
And
like
they
assholes.
giggle their whole time. You guys like the lighting today? We're always changing stuff up. It feels like every week we're like, we did something new this week.
Yep, lighting.
Yeah, so we added some
Does
new
look
stuff.
dope.
And we should look a little more dynamic than flat. It should be a little more moody. And look at this. Look at this stuff. Look. Oh, you guys like that? Or
And if
what?
we're feeling naughty, we got cop lights.
Yeah. And we were thinking maybe today we'll try it, right? It starts like light blue like this, right? Because it's a nice little flare to the color we already got going. But then like when we run out of time,
What's up, Cosmic
the
Fox?
producer can just go, or they can go. I mean, there's a way to do like effects on here and stuff. Like peep this out. Peep this one time for him. Where's the cop light? Yeah, boom. Cop car, red and blue. Start. Uh oh. We're in trouble, boys. They're after us. Dude, we need to get the sound effect for the purge. It's like, I don't even know how it goes, but you know what I'm talking about? But look at that. Yee, gang, gang. Okay, so back to the color. We'll start with some light blue action.
I like that. It's
Yeah.
easy on the eyes.
Ooh. So hopefully you guys like it. Hopefully it's looking sharp out here. It's all about the cosmetics here, not the content, guys. So drop a like for the new lights and let's get.
We know you
right
don't watch
into
us
it.
because we know what we're talking about. We do have a beer.
Oh,
Our
yeah.
producers
It's
got
been a
us
while.
Terrapin. They're from Georgia.
Now that it's fall, Lauren
Oh,
was like,
it's
I'm
not
gonna go
peaches and cream. It's peaches dreamsicle.
Real peaches and cream flavors.
IPA, yeah. Oh yeah, drop it in. Let's get a little close up. You know how we used to do the close ups.
You do the close up, and I'll narrate. So we've got Terrapin Beer Company from Athens, Georgia. Peaches Dreamsicle, Peaches and Cream IPA. Real peaches and cream flavored, intertwined with our Peach Dreamsicle IPA. Just a sip will have you chasing the local ice cream truck down memory lane. I should be a fucking spokesperson. Dude, if you were a hand model and I was the voice behind it, this IPA is flavored with fresh peaches. It will have you chasing the ice cream truck. Dude, what?
Oh my god.
Did we just make a commercial? I think so. What's up, hamster?
Was that Bungie or Decon? Yo, big facts, Afro. He said all about the cosmetics, not the content.
Yeah.
Was that Bungie
Oh.
or Decon? Epic. How is it? What do we think?
Citrusy, for sure.
Did you guys want to try it? Or you guys have one?
A little slight peach. I don't get much cream. Then again, I'm not a big cream fan. But not
I
bad.
definitely taste the peach.
Yeah.
The cream,
Citrusy as well.
it's not bad. Okay. What is wrong with this kid? Anyway, guys, let's get right into it. In honor of October, we got the return of the Festival of the Lost. Topic number uno. Let's get right into it.
I'll let you start on this one because you seem to be a little bit on the
so
happier
guys,
side.
this is just actually my favorite event, and it's not that I'm excited about this year specifically. I'm just always excited about this year's event because I feel like if there is at least one event that Destiny has that's at least a little bit wholesome, it's the Festival of the Lost. All right, and the Haunted Forest, baby. Which is that even confirmed to be coming back? Did they say anything about that or no?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just pumped. I love the Haunted Forest, and I like the idea that you can go like as far as like your skill allows, right? So like I think the max reward was like 13 or
10.
11, 10.
Yeah.
So like once you get to 10, GK's laughing at me. But you know, once you get to 10, like that's like something for everyone to work towards. But then like if you want to, like it's something else to chase to go higher. Like once again, incentives. There needs to be incentives for it and stuff like that. But like, I remember watching like Glad and his team last year go for like 17 on repeat, and it's just like a lot of fun. And I like topping them in there with a good team and just seeing how far we could go. And it's kind of like that horde mode that we've been talking about that we want.
And you know, Six Beers Deep is going to have some sort of challenge, like post your highest number of your highest level of clears, and then they'll give you double bottle caps. So if you're at level 10, you get 20
I like
caps.
the idea of a, like
Come on,
content
SBD.
like this.
We know you're out there.
Is challenging to all players, right? Like I know like a lot of people were struggling just to get to 10 last time, but I think I like the max I got was like 14 or 15 maybe. I don't remember.
I think I remember hitting like 12.
I definitely got way.
But then after 10, I was just like, eh.
Yeah, dude, I just really like it. Like it's something fun to do, something challenging to go for, and the like encounters only take like 10 minutes, right, to like do a run.
Yeah.
So it's like kind of farmable and repeatable.
And if you have people skip ahead, you can start to like get the jump
so
on
there's
like
like
the
a lot
next
of
wave.
strategy to it. So I just really liked it as like an end game activity, and I'd like to see more things like this where there's like different goals for different skill sets, and like if they had a set of ornaments that was at like 15 and maybe a special emblem at 13 and kind of gave just like some visual rewards to like
Ornaments.
the higher end stuff,
Dare I say it again?
then they would kill it. And I think more events like this that are just like more wholesome and variable to different skill levels, because like you get other things where it's like I just think about like menagerie and things like that, like everyone can do them. You know what I mean?
And didn't the masks
really
have
any,
perks too? Like certain masks, you could put like slot certain perks.
So you were like swapping masks, and like I think you had to level them up even, or maybe not.
I don't remember.
But yeah, like you swap to like your boss killing mask for like the boss face. So it was like super dope. Big fan. What are you looking at? What is my hair wilding?
Sticking right out.
Yeet. But yeah, so I'm actually super excited. But go ahead, Dutch. I know I just took up most of the topic, but
I mean that's fine.
I mean I feel your frustration.
To your point, the 5 loot chests at the end too is another thing that they're doing this year. Before you'd finish and you get 1 loot chest, now you're getting 5 loot chests at the end, so that's cool. But my biggest frustration with this whole event, and I hate to be negative week in and week out. I know that you guys are probably starting to think like, God, he's just being negative about anything.
We're swapping, huh?
Yeah, well, he's the negative one. I'm normally positive, but my biggest thing is they're bringing back the Braytech werewolf and the horror story, and for me, it's just another like you're taking away. And you guys, I've fucking said this before. You're just taking away and sunsetting our guns, and then you're reissuing them. And I know that I've said in the past that I don't have a problem with sunsetting, and I don't, but I do have a problem with the guns being reissued again down the road.
Like don't take the gun away from me to farm the same thing again. Like I
just
gotta
don't.
Give me something new.
Yes, give me something new,
and the fact that you can just pull them, right? You were saying you can just pull them already.
Well, I was gonna save that for shared wisdom, but yeah. So a little bit of shared wisdom now. You can just go to your collections right now and go to auto rifles, and you can pull last year's horror story and Braytech werewolf out of your collections, and it has this year's season of arrivals emblem on it, and it's already at 1360, and it's already masterworked.
So you don't even have to do the event this year, guys. Just go ahead and pull it from your collections, and you're all done.
Like,
pull some silver out to purchase the cool little stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Speaking of which, I got some.
And I do like the cosmetic stuff. I do like the ships. I like the ghost. I do really love the
Hit the graphics, Lauren.
I love these ornaments that we're about to show you. Dude. And I'm a big fan of ornaments. Like I keep saying, I want ornaments that are gonna make me look dope. So if you're a warlock, you can look like fucking Dracula, or a hunter, you can look like a werewolf.
Big fan of these. Like this is the stuff we need more of.
Yes, and if you're a Titan, you can look like Frankenstein. Like that shit is dope. Like.
Moving on, they kind of went with the whole mummy theme this year.
The mummified ship.
So the mummified ship,
the
like
Sparrow.
pretty cool. Pretty dope.
New
we
masks.
get the mask back, pretty standard from last year. And the new emblems are pretty badass too, to be honest. Like I kind of like them, and I like that they did incorporate at least like the ships and something into them, so they are kind of like specific to this year. Like you'll be like, oh, that's Season of Arrivals Halloween event,
and that is such a dope emblem.
That is really dope. Big fan. So yeah, pretty straightforward. But yeah, I mean, so do we know? Are these going to be? Are those going to be like silver or bright dust only, or like are those going to be obtainable through the game? Or
those I don't think have been confirmed yet.
Okay. If they're like silver only, kind of a go fuck yourself. But...
I mean, dude, I have silver on stock, and I've been waiting for something to buy. Like, I want to spend money.
I want to spend. Give me my money.
Give me some over the top crazy. Like, there's a Destiny 1 event going on in 6 Beers Deep last night, or this week and next week, and me, Ace, Afro Bob was there. Guard jumped in. We were running strikes last night, and I loaded up my Titan, and I had the Crota's End raid gear with the
Glowing
with the
ornaments.
challenged ornaments and shit. And I was like, dude, I look bad as fuck. Like, I want to look like that again. Like, I want to not just
Make ornaments great again.
yeah. Like you're gonna have trials ornaments that glow. Like
Moga.
that's sick. Moga.
Hashtag Moga.
But I want to look dope no matter what it. Like I just want to be out. I just want to look different. Like the summer ornaments look sick. The trials ornaments look sick. Give me more. Make me spend my money. I want to give you my money. I want to give it to you. It's there. It's in my pocket. I want to take it out. I want to make it rain. But I'm not going to make it rain. You know, you don't go to a strip club and make it rain on a,
Yeah.
on a 5.
Kyber
Know what I'm
said, can't stand those stupid reskins. Bungie is lazy. I mean, I kind of agree. I feel you on that. But the new skins that we just showed you are new. So I'm pumped for those. But that's like the one thing they're getting right. And more so, I'm just excited for the forest. Like I just think it's good content.
Yeah.
To be honest. So I mean, the rewards and incentives to play the content, no. But I think the content itself is good. But all right, next topic. Moving on. We've got progression. So this was something we want to talk about, and we're not like 100% sure how it's going to work in Beyond Light. But the progression system really, like on a year-by-year basis, has been different.
Yeah, and I think this is something that they need to address. Hopefully, sometime soon. I'd like for them to say like, hey, we're going to bring the artifact back, or we're not. Like this time last year, I remember them saying, oh, we're introducing this new thing to the game called an artifact, and you and I were sitting there, we were like, dude, this is going to be sick. Like,
I love the artifact.
yeah, but
fan.
if you think about like the history of Destiny, right? In Destiny 1, the only way to hit level 30 was, I think you could hit level 29 by doing Vault of Glass, and then to hit level 30, you had to do Heroic Vault of Glass, and that gave you the next bump. Which then they ran into the issue of everyone running around the tower in the same armor. So literally everyone looked the same. And then by year 2, it was Raid and Trials. Then they added an Iron Banner. Then in Destiny 2, they did the powerful system with dailies and weeklies. Then in Forsaken, it was just that was Forsaken. Then in Shadowkeep, they added the Pinnacle system with the artifact. And then like halfway through this year, they added Pinnacles to Vanguard, Crucible,
And
Gambit. So
that was what, Season of Dawn?
yeah. So I'm wondering if they're gonna switch it up. Like,
Will there be a new leveling?
is there a better way to do it? Like, I know you like the artifact. I'm not a huge fan of it getting taken away like every season.
Yeah, so I mean,
I work hard to get.
It's just necessary rather than just because it's going to be. They're either going to do that or they're going to have to go back to the old system where it's level. Like you have to level something new every season because like otherwise, you're not continuing to progress. Which that's the idea of like a game like this is like you can continue to build your character and you should get stronger every season. So with the artifact,
It's hot.
like those raid jackets, they ain't fucking around. But so I like the idea of the artifact that each season you are unlocking like new perks again, and like yeah, you're building your power back up again. Which like I get like what you're saying that it's kind of repetitive, but that's the only way to like not instill power creep would be to like retake it away. And you are like unlocking the new mods again every season at least, so it's not just a Crucible grind, or like a you know what I mean, like all your stuff again for no reason. You know what I mean? You are getting like the new mods and the new stuff that kind of adjust the meta too, so it makes it a little more interesting.
I like getting the mods. I don't know if there is a better system or if they're going to
What are you guys' thoughts?
introduce something different. But
what do you think the best way to go about season by season progression would be, boys?
and I do like how like if you're missing, like say you're having a hard time getting boots to drop, right? So you have all like 1050 armor, but your boots are still 1048. That extra power, you can still do the harder activities. Like it's not restricting you. And I do think the artifact's good. I know that there is a lot of negativity surrounding it. Like I know there's a lot of people that just don't really care for it in general.
Well, it mattered before in like Crucible, where before remember it was in the game for like trials and it was in the game for Iron Banner and stuff, but now it's not, so it doesn't really matter. Like once you're besides what is it, just Grandmaster Nightfalls that really matter? Like maybe in the beginning where you just need the extra levels.
Yeah, for
like,
raids and stuff too. Like
in the beginning, but like once you're a couple weeks into the season, like not really.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So Powerful. Let's see what you guys got some for ideas.
Missile said, artifact is poorly implemented. The level up should drop a +1 Engram for every level that gives a light bonus and removes the power bonus. Powerful until you hit power cap, then a +1 pinnacle. I mean, that's not a bad idea.
I don't think that's a bad idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, more incentives. Yeah.
But then it can't be bounty driven either. Like, it seems like leveling up and gaining XP and getting through that.
Because then people would literally just farm bounties again in lost sectors to like.
Yeah, and I don't want to spend my first week of like playing Beyond Light in lost sectors.
Yeah, exactly. So, but they have addressed that they are trying to move away from the bounties. Like, I don't understand why when you complete a raid like that, why isn't that the most XP that you'll ever get?
Completing a raid, completing a Grandmaster Nightfall, getting 7 wins on a Trials card.
Yeah, like anything like that. I mean, Trials does actually give it. That's the only game activity that
Gives
I
a
feel like
shitload.
I get a bunch. Like during a good session of Trials on like a Friday night, like you'll go up a bunch of levels.
Yeah.
But if you just like raid, I don't feel like, oh damn, I did some raids. Like we've been doing raid practice. Like I don't feel like I'm just like boosting through levels. You know what I mean?
I mean, I'm not really paying attention at this point in the season.
I'm not either, but like it's never noticeable. Like I notice like when we play Trials, like
Yeah.
I'm like, oh shit, another one, another one, another one. Like that shit definitely gives you.
You can level up like 5 times in a good session.
Yeah. Whereas like if you just do some raids, like you don't get shit.
Yeah, we
Whereas,
do like when we do raid practice, we do like 5 raids in a night.
Yeah.
And maybe you level up like once, twice.
That should definitely be a huge factor. And if you were getting good XP, you might not like hate helping carry other people through, like especially in the beginning of the season where like, you know what I mean? Like you've already done your stuff, so you have your pinnacles, and it's like kind of a nightmare to like carry new players in, especially when everyone's low power light. Like it could be like worth it because you're like, oh, I'm gonna get a bunch of artifact XP. You know what I mean?
I mean, I don't know. I like carrying people through though. Like we took Afrobob through last night, and I had already rated Garden on my Warlock for the week. I didn't get any rewards. The reward was literally getting our boy Afro through the raid for the first time.
Yeah, MW Missile said raids are like 1500 XP. Yeah, exactly. So, and I think, I just, like, bounties should be a nice bonus. Like, you should get maybe 20%, 30% bonus by, like, doing bounties along the way. But they should not be, like, the majority of
like
it.
you're literally
like
stacking
right now it's
up.
over 50%.
You're literally stacking up, like, 3 days worth of bounties, and then you're getting in a fire team with your homies, and you're flying to a Leviathan, and you're just like, all right, bounty pop, and then all 6 of you just fire off, and then you're just leveling
10
up.
levels.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Kind of whack.
All right, moving on. Prep time. So,
and speaking, kind of building on.
Yep. Speaking of that, well, here's this question though, and I don't really. I mean, maybe you have the answer. So
I don't.
Okay.
That's why I wanted to post it because I was
yeah,
hoping.
So we wanted to get some insight from you guys as well because it's all kind of speculation at this point. But normally for season to season base and even for new whatever, it's like everyone saves up bounties. Weeklies especially are the most XP, things like that. But we know bounties are getting lessened, and they've said, I didn't actually read it. I think you read it, and I heard, like, I know Ace was talking about it. They basically said that if you pre-do the bounties, there's going to be new rewards and stuff that you might be locked out of.
Like if you
week one of
if
Beyond
you have
Light.
weekly bounties stored up now, and then you pop them day one, you might be missing out on potential
Weeklies.
rewards.
Yeah,
for that.
new rewards that will be on the new weeklies
Yeah.
because you will have already had.
Because
them.
we don't know what
You might be able to
what's
pick
going to
them
be
up.
tied to weeklies, right? We don't know what type of rewards.
Because they are reworking it a bit.
We don't know if there's materials, and this is something that I think Bungie needs to address. And this week at Bungie, I think they need to like let us know because now's prep time. Like I could be tonight, I could go home and I could work on my Titan. I could work on my Warlock. I could start saving bounties up on my Hunter. And that way I could just be doing weeklies. Like every couple days I could start popping some weeklies. New weeklies will come out. I could have all that shit saved up.
Yeah.
But
So what do you guys think?
I can't do
are
that.
Are you going to be doing all your bounties and risking potentially not being able to pick up the day one weeklies, in which case you would lose out on those, right? Like,
Yeah, I just want answers. I just want to know. Like if I can't stock up on weeklies, but I can stock up on dailies, then I'm gonna start stocking up
I
on
think
dailies.
you could stock dailies for sure. Weeklies are the ones that I would like be concerned about.
But I don't want to stock dailies and then turn them all in and then there's no reward at all. Like I don't want to put in work.
Yeah, well, if you miss one day of dailies, like the risk of that is like pretty low, and you're not going to complete all the dailies day one on all 3 characters anyway. You're going to play like one character out day one. No, relax. You're not going to complete all the dailies.
I mean, there's 24 hours in a day. I'm not going to sleep for like 3 days. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
MW Missile said I never save bounties.
GK and Whisker Biscuit are going to have to plan a date for the week or something like that.
A 1 week date.
Yeah.
Excuse me? Pay for a vacation for us.
I already added more into the. Send me somewhere.
Are you taking Lana with you?
I'm gonna send you to editing school and have you edit our videos.
I'll send you to my mom's house. You can stay there for a week.
If you get reputation of actual activities and have artifact reputation gain from Crucible Strikes, Gambit, raids, etc., but not things like lost sectors. Yeah, I could see that.
And I think they said they wanted reputation to come from actual activities itself. So they might actually be buffing raids. They might actually be
Yeah, I think they are. It just needs to be substantially enough where it really like
matters.
is noticeable.
Yeah.
Like there is never a point where like they should incentivize me going and completing a bunch of bounties over me doing a raid. Like if people are like, what's the best way to progress? And my homies are like, will you help us do this raid? And I'm like, well, I really need to max out my level like week 1 so I can do the raid at the end of the week. If the answer is ever, I should go run some lost sectors or I should just go run strikes by myself and do like repeat bounties, if that's an answer over helping your boys with a raid or helping them with strikes or something, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Like they need to promote team play as much as
Or
possible.
jumping into comp.
Yeah. 100%. Comp is also really good for the power level too, just like because you get rewards
Once
on
you
every
hit that
power
initial base like level.
Yeah. So
I mean, I'm already planning, like, I don't know if we've talked about this, but I'm already planning on spending the first hour of Beyond Light just in the tower, turning in fucking Vanguard and Gambit, or Vanguard and Crucible tokens.
yeah, and Afrobob said he's already gathering up his weeklies, which this is actually probably not a bad idea. And then worst case, like if they do announce like you will be locked out, you could just pop them the last day and like, yeah, that would suck that you put that time in, but like what else are you doing anyway?
Yeah.
So it might be worth it. And then like you have the option.
Yeah.
So that might be your prep, boys. All right, moving on.
Or they could just put it this week at Bungie out and tell us exactly what
Well, I
we
think
should
they
do.
will probably, but they haven't yet. So who knows when they will? It could be a week or two before. Moving on. Vex again. So,
Vex
good. Dutch,
again.
why don't you take this one? So,
Okay.
And I got some graphics for this as well.
So, a lot of people, I go to Raid Secrets a lot. I spend a lot of time on Reddits and subreddits. A lot of people are talking about how obviously Aramis is the antagonist for Beyond Light. You see a lot of his hand with like a little miniature pyramid, like relic or something that he's holding. And a lot of people are expecting Fallen to be the main enemy that we'll be facing for the most of this season and even for the raid. But we were talking before the show. I think that that's more going to be like the campaign, right?
Yeah.
I think we'll defeat Aramis at the end of the campaign, very similarly to how we defeated Callus at the Gaul at the end of the Red War, and then Callus was the raid boss. I think we're going to be seeing a lot of Vex in this. And if you guys watched the video that they posted last week,
Yeah, we got some
at This Week at
screenshots.
Bungie,
Pull these up, Lauren.
you see a lot of different type of Vex enemies. You see those harpies in the background that have kind of like jellyfish tentacles and whatnot. And,
Those are not like common. Like those are a new type of.
it's a new.
Vex
We've never seen that
archetype.
before.
Yeah.
And if you see, there's like a boss, like a harpy, right here, and you can see he actually has like feet that he's like folding up. You can see his arms. He's like folding them up. And if you guys watch this video, if you haven't, I urge you to go back and rewatch it, because he actually like folds up inside of himself, and then he launches
You see he's
himself.
like a little ball.
Yeah, he's like winding up into this ball, and then he actually launches himself across
and then,
the
like,
screen.
Explodes.
And
Yeah.
it explodes into the
So
ground.
he does like this little charge up animation where his whole body just like almost like morphs into like a missile or a bullet, MW missile coming at that ass.
Yeah, dude.
And yeah, then he rolls up.
Yeah, and we haven't seen any real Fallen like enemy changes, right? We have seen like the Scourge of the Past boss.
Yep.
Where there's gonna be like many of those running around, but this is actually we're actually seeing new types of enemies here. We're seeing
New archetypes.
yeah. So I think that possibly, and I don't know if they would do, like you said, well, would they really do 2 Vex raids back to back like they just did Garden, and then now they would do another Vex raid? But
no, I mean, I feel that, but I think that this is definitely like not the raid. Like they're not showing the raid here in all these like trailers. Like this is definitely mission stuff.
right, and they haven't done a raid trailer yet, so we don't know, but. There has to be like a main campaign antagonist, and then there has to be like your raid boss.
Yeah, just like
and I don't
just like
necessarily
Shadowkeep
think that
we
they
just
have
had.
to go hand in hand.
yeah, just like Shadowkeep, we had the hive the entire time, all the way up to like those like whatever the Nightmare Hives. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that kind of storyline.
Yeah.
And then, it was Vex completely separate from
Yeah.
the actual like Shadowkeep story campaign. So pretty interesting. But yeah, so like a new kind. And then also like Afrobob shared this one out a little bit ago, but you could see like they kind of have an Exo merging with
A Vex.
a Vex. And like all these screenshots kind of, you see, I don't actually have the other one, but this is like a new like a Braytech almost like cyber optics facility where they're doing like research, like stuff like that, like AI,
Yeah.
almost like robot stuff like you'd see out of like
And we know we're
Hyperscape,
heading
shit
into
like
the
that.
Deep Stone. Like they've already confirmed that the raid is going to be in the Deep Stone Crypt.
Yep.
And we do know that the Deep Stone Crypt was the birthplace of the Exo.
Yeah.
So if the birthplace of the Exo is Deep Stone Crypt, we know that the raid's in the Deep Stone Crypt. We see Vex information going into Exos. I
Yep.
don't see why we're not going to be getting another.
This if you guys haven't seen this, go watch this clip. It's nuts. Like you can kind of see like that he folds up and then he just like explodes on him. So I don't know if that's gonna be like if that's like a boss.
Could be a
or,
strike boss.
like-
it could be a raiding. I mean, it's not a raiding counter because we
but
see
that's
it's a
also
fire team
like
of 3.
you can see like a bunch of them here. Like those look very similar to this one. So it looks like there's gonna be. It's not just like one guy. You know what I mean? Like right here, there's like 3 of them that all have like if you zoom into these, they kind of look like they have like the feet hanging here at the bottom and stuff.
Yeah.
So it looks like there's gonna be a bunch. So hopefully we see like more enemies like that. And I'm excited to see more enemies like that, especially like with the idea of that they could be champions as well for like grandmasters and things or like new strikes. So just like more champion mechanics would
Yeah.
be sweet. So pretty dope.
Ooh, Vex champions that fold up into little balls and
Yeah, dude.
blast
right?
on you.
Yeah, Braytech Exercise Facility. That's right. Thunder Crash Vex, 100%.
You okay? Put it on the
Yeah.
right pipe?
Not okay.
That looks like the inside of a pyramid ship, Afrobob said.
I mean, we don't.
Ooh,
Could be.
Could be. Is he
dying.
dying?
I drank a bang the wrong way. I think I breathed it into my lungs.
Jesus. All right, next topic. Keeping it rolling, boys, ladies and gentlemen. We got new light. So another question was, we were wondering was like with a lot of new light being, and this is kind of an obvious answer for me, but also like it maybe got me thinking when you asked this. 90% of what's available for new light players right now is getting sunset.
Correct.
So
The
what
whole Red
will-
War, the Osiris, and the Warmind campaigns.
Yep. So what is going to be available for new light next season? And what are your thoughts on that? So I'm thinking, I mean, it's got to be all of Shadowkeep.
Well, is New Light going to go away? Is it just going to be Game Pass, like free on Game Pass, and then you get to play the game?
They'll always have new light. They have to.
Then what are they going to play?
It's got to be just Shadowkeep. Garden of Salvation will probably be added to it, right? Because Garden's not new light right now.
No, Shadowkeep is not New Light.
So Garden of it's got to be like all of Shadowkeep.
Or Forsaken.
Oh yeah, and Forsaken's already included.
A New Light?
Yeah,
I don't think it is.
pretty sure it is.
Okay, you might be right.
That's Menagerie and everything. Yeah, you could
Yeah.
definitely do Menagerie as a new light player.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, pretty sure.
I honestly asked the question because I was like, what the fuck is New Light going to be? Like, New Light is your way of bringing new players into the game.
I think it's going to be always, forever, and maybe someone in chat can let us know what you guys think. But New Light will always just be like the last year's and previous. You know what I mean? So like the only thing that will always be paid is like the seasonal stuff and the like new year content,
I don't know.
I think.
Afro Bob said it's going to be Tangled Shore and Dreaming City.
Oh, he said no. Okay, so everyone's telling me I'm wrong. That stuff is not included. Forsaken's not? What? You can't do Menagerie as a new light player?
I don't know.
I have a friend who's new and they can't.
And the only reason I asked is because New Light is good for the game. And as bad as I feel about New Light players sometimes, like, you know when you're an Iron Banner and you're playing some New Light players. Like, you look and you see that you're playing against some 980s and you're like, oh, fuck, here we go, boys. Like,
Yeah.
and then you smash them out. And then they quit the game and then they probably never turn it back on again. And I feel bad for those guys, but, you know, they need some Destiny needs New Light players because there is, for every, like,
You need new players.
for every 10 players that play New Light and get frustrated because they're getting waxed and quit, there is players that do stick around and continue to play. Like our boy Meeseeks last night. Like, We play Hyperscape with him, and last night he was playing Beyond Light. We saw him like
He's
in
like
there.
level 900.
Yeah,
Shout out Meeseeks.
yeah, he's the boy. Hyperscape champion, but yeah, I mean Tangled Shore and Dreaming City, but even then, like, what you're just playing the campaign, like that's just the Forsaken campaign,
And who wants to do that? Like,
and you still have access.
that's the other thing about
The
New
thing
Light
is,
is
you
like,
still have access to the moon. You still have access to, like, those New Light players will have access to Europa. They just won't be able to play any of the missions. They'll just have patrol areas, and that's it.
But that's what I'm like. That's almost a problem with New Light is when your boys come in to play with you. Like, I guess they could play Crucible and stuff, but like no one's going back. Like,
They can play Crucible Strikes.
if our friends hop on to play with us, we're not gonna like go back and like. I'm not going to play the Dreaming City missions.
Yeah,
like, no one plays those today, let alone in Beyond Light. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, you got to grind. You got to do your. But here's the thing: you got to do your own grind. Like in Destiny, like you can't just expect everyone to come back and help you. Like no one helped us. We had to. Grind.
I know, but as far as like, that's how the game is meant to be played. So they need to promote like again and again and again. It just needs to be promoted. Play with a team. Play with a team. Play with a team. Like if you're playing Destiny solo, you're not playing the way that it's intended to be played. And like Bungie needs to make sure that they create a game that tailors to that experience the entire time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's just how I'm feeling on them. Oh, dungeons. He said dungeons as well you can do. So that's pretty big too.
Yeah, but how many New Light players are going to be playing dungeons by themselves too? Like,
I mean, at
that's
least
another thing.
I mean you can carry the boys. No, but then they can play with us. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like that's the
yeah.
point. Is like no one just hops on a Destiny and plays it solo and is like, wow, I really love this game. No, you like the game because you're hopping in with your boys every night, hopping on, doing some content, getting some rewards, like playing together. Like if you had to play Destiny by yourself every night, you wouldn't play it.
Man, there are a lot of people that play Destiny by themselves.
Okay, but let's be honest here. That's not what it's meant to be played like. And imagine how much more fun they'd be having if they didn't play by themselves and they had a bunch of homies.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah, I don't like playing by myself.
No. So, there it is. All right, next topic. We've got.
Oh, so we did it. We did something new today.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
So I had this brilliant idea,
Brilliant. Just fucking brilliant, guys.
and I called Decon. I was like, Decon, what do you think of this idea? And he was like, this might be the best idea you've ever had. Confirmed. So I went on
the Discord.
on the Discord today, and I did a post. I said, anybody who wanted, we're going to do our first ever viewer topic, and only one of you came through,
But it was a good topic.
but it was a good topic.
It was.
So shout out to MW
Live,
Missile.
Live, live. Gang, gang, gang.
Missile the God.
For the Crucible topic.
Yeah. So his question was, other than loot changes, because we do talk
That's what
about
we talk about a lot.
we talk about loot a lot.
I think it's one of the biggest changes they need.
What PvP changes would you like to see to increase enjoyment and player player population, and retention in Crucible? Other than loot.
So we talked about this a little bit in the Discord today. Just a little discussion going on. But first thing was the comp, right? We talked about comp and how besides the no incentives, but also just the player experience and the way that it's set up currently for the ranking system is not very like proper. The way that it's skill-based matchmaking and like it kind of gives everyone an even chance to get to 5,500.
So you're saying Destiny's a ranking system?
Yeah, they need a rank system that isn't based off of basically they have a rank system that isn't based off of rank. Like you could literally be like bottom 50 percentile of players in the world based off of KD, win percent, like any kind of metric and still be 5,500, which makes zero sense, right? Now, I do understand the weapons being connected, and we were talking about this a little bit, and MW Missile actually said there needs to be a system where it's ranked for ornaments and things like that, which not to get into the loot, but like up to 5,500, right? If you have 5,500, you get like a cool emblem or you get cool ornaments or like visual stuff.
Because all the guns are just tied to
But
2,100.
the gun should be tied to either a lower number like that or even he just said based off of wins. Like you just need like 50 wins in the comp playlist. Like, you know what I mean? For like that would be like
I mean,
one
it
of
would
the-
be dope if you got a pair of Crucible arms. They come with a little ornament slot, and then it has a list of requirements like
to unlock the
to
different
unlock the
categories.
different categories.
It'd be cool like at Mythic you got one at what and
Yeah.
just like an added glow.
Go on a
each
5
one.
streak in comp, you get another one.
Yeah.
Go on a 10 streak, you
Yeah,
get
all
another
kinds
one.
of stuff. But we gotta stay away from the loot.
Okay, away from the loot.
But the other thing, which I think they're actually fucking up this season, is they need to have more casual, fun, arcade-ish style game modes that are not just about killing. Like, and they've kind of had them with like Momentum. They have them with Scorched. They have them like all these different fun game modes that just let you play the game a little differently. They need more of that.
You mean Bungie, who created Halo, who created in the notes here, who created Action Sack, King of the Hill, Griff Ball, 8 versus 8 big team battle, bomb mode, and capture the flag.
Like, why are there's not on a rotator every week? Just like a fun game mode to go into and play. And they're actually taking them out. They were already like, yeah, we're gonna get rid of all those. We had them this year, this year basically on the rotator almost the entire time. Crucible Labs.
Yeah.
And now they're like, let's get rid of that. No, I think that's a bad idea because it just gets stale playing Control or TDM the entire time.
And how much fun is Momentum Control, dude? Like, I've had more fun playing, like when Solstice was out and you had to get like 200 or 500 void kills in Crucible, and you fucking slap on a Ruinous Effigy and you go into Momentum Control and you're just sliding around quarters. Zoop, 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 zoop.
Yep. Yeah, MW Missile just said non-stat tracking fun modes.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
And I think like more just like creative stuff. Like we said, like where's a multi-team at? Teams of 2, 6 teams of 2. Like that was, I love that shit in Halo. Like it's just chaotic fun. You know what I mean? Or like a Griff Bar, capture the flag.
I played Halo last night when you were running Menageries, and I was playing Action Sack, and literally there was a game mode, one game mode where you just spawned in with random weapons.
Yeah.
And I was getting pissed.
Like Sniper Shoddy. Where's the Snipers Only fucking playlist?
Yeah.
Like just do that once a week. You don't think that everyone's gonna hop in and play some Snipers Only?
Yeah,
Everyone's gonna love that. No one like people like to snipe, but they're not good at it, and you're gonna get shit on when you have to play against all gnawing hungers in a match. If you put a snipers only mode in, yeah, there's still gonna be those kids who are dope at sniping, but at least everyone else in there that's probably average at sniping too can go in there and mess around and like
get better
play
at
some
sniping.
snipers. Yeah, like come on. But like if you put on a sniper and you're going against gnawing hungers and shotguns the whole match, yeah, you're probably gonna take that bitch off. Like
yeah, you're
it's
definitely
probably gonna be frustrating and annoying. So like more fun stuff like that, and they literally said we're not gonna do that. Like we started to do that, and we're gonna go away from it. Like,
and I wonder if they were having population issues. Like,
dude, I don't think so. We don't have problems finding matches.
Yeah.
So I don't like know where that would come from. Like, but I don't know, dude. Like, and I know people play those modes. Like I see
get it,
people
dude.
like when Momentum comes out, I see people in Momentum the whole week. So I know like it's not like those playlists aren't getting any love when they come around.
Yeah, look
like,
at our boy Grissom.
He literally sits in there for days.
He lives in there.
In the Momentum playlist.
Momentum playlist, dude.
Like everyone loves that shit. So I don't know.
It's so much fun.
Yeah, dude. So that's the biggest thing that I think they need to update for Crucible is just.
And we've talked about this like Rift in Destiny 1. There was a game mode called Rift. It was basically like gladiators. You ran to the middle, you got a ball, and then you picked it up and you took it to the other side team's Rift and
like
you slam dunked it.
flag content.
Yeah, dope.
Yeah, so sick.
I want that.
Yeah, what's wrong with them? Countdown. Bring Countdown back. I love Countdown.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know either. But that's what I would say. It's just more casual, fun.
What if they
arcadish
What if they
kind
introduce
of,
a Forge
playlist.
mode where like you can just like back in Halo, you just put on 0 gravity with snipers.
Just go to work.
And you could just jump and rocket across the map with a sniper rifle. And if there's a successful game, like if someone comes up with a successful game mode that people end up liking, then you can just implement it in the game. And you're not doing the work. Like you literally
let your players do it.
Your players are designing maps and game types.
And then you could throw them in. Like they do that in Minecraft. Like literally Minecraft got huge off of that shit. So did Fortnite. Fortnite has their like custom game modes where like players create games and then it just becomes and then they can put them into the game.
There's
some
smart ass dude out there who's like a computer
let the
programmer.
creativity of your like player base help make content for you. You used to do it, which is like that's the hardest thing for me. It's like Bungie used to do all these things and they knew like
they literally created it.
Yeah.
They created that concept.
And then now they're just like completely have forgotten about that. And like what made like Bungie or like what made Halo successful? Like pull things like that.
Why do people still play Halo?
Come on. Let's see. Let's see. Dutch playing Halo with no invite hurts you, Missile.
Yeah, I'll hit you up, bro. Next time I play, I'll hit you up. I'll hit you with the DM in Discord.
They may be taking them out to introduce this stuff. I don't think
been
so, Spider, because they said they were just gonna pull them out, and there was only gonna be a core set of playlists now. They didn't because if that's what they were planning on doing, they would have definitely said
been no
we're
inclination.
gonna pull this out, and we have some other ideas for some game like they would have said that. Instead, they specifically said we just want to focus on the core set of game modes, which I think is a terrible move.
I don't know if it's a terrible move.
I think it's
just not the move.
It's a terrible move. They've had those core game modes for all of Destiny 2. Like, it hasn't worked for you. Like, your player retention is down. People get bored of playing that on repeat. Why would it work all of a sudden? Like, you saw success when you put in different game modes. People go in to play those game modes that 1 week. Like, you literally got feedback, and you're just like, nah.
Dude,
come on!
Team doubles would be the jam.
Yeah, I'm with it. If you could pull stats from those modes, you'd see a lot more playing. So they're...
Precious KD doesn't get hurt by the craziness. Like, dude,
I could care less about KD. But,
yeah.
I mean, I feel you on that. I feel like...
Not momentum control. What's the other one? Mayhem. Like Team Mayhem, where it's just nothing but supers and shit going off the entire time?
Yeah, but are people like that stressed on their... I mean, KDs? Because I don't actually stress anyone's actual KD now. I only stress their trials KD. Like, if I'm actually going to look at somebody and be like, are they good or whatever, like, what's their trials KD? Like, in a competitive mode. I could care less what your, like, KD is against, like, in Iron Banner.
And
like,
you can...
You know what I mean?
Like,
people stack their KD in Iron Banner.
If you go to Stat Tracker, you can see what your KD is for Glory, for Valor, and for Trials. Like, it has all 3 categories. So, like...
So it's already kind of split for you. No one really... I mean, I personally don't really care about global.
There's probably people that do.
Well, then those game modes aren't for them.
Yeah.
They probably have a good enough time playing competitive mode anyway.
They have a good enough time shitting on people in Trials with their 2.8 KDs.
Yep. That they do.
With their Bastions and
that they do.
Their Saints. I mean...
Need the custom games.
Love you,
yeah,
Saint.
Duke Bigham's knows. Awesome. All right, next topic. We've got the Scape. So... I don't know. I mean, most of you guys have never played Hyperscape. I know a few of you have. But Dutch and I, it's our favorite game right now. To be honest.
A lot of you who have played it with us, maybe just played it once and then stopped. You were like, man, this game is crazy. It's too fast-paced. It's really hard. I wasn't that good. Let me tell you something. It is really hard to get good at that game. And you're level 100. I'm level 98 right now.
You're going to hit 100 tonight because Season 2 starts tomorrow.
So, you know, the problem with the game and
they've announced it.
We play this a lot. It's hard to just jump right in and start playing.
You can't, you just can't.
It's impossible.
And still, even, like, we've been playing it for a while now, and we just get shit on still by, like, kids who are good.
It literally takes, like, 5 games to get your shot on or more.
I've never played a game like this where the skill floor and the skill cap in a shooter, like, yeah, I've played it in, like, World of Warcraft or, like strategy games, like StarCraft and shit like that. But in, like, a shooter, I've never seen a game with as low of a floor and as high of a ceiling as this game. It's so vertical, so fast, so much movement, and your aiming has to be so precise. So it is such a huge turnoff if you're not even halfway remotely decent at it. Like, you just get shit on your first games. Just hard. It's not a good experience. And they basically put out this whole thing about how they're addressing that, and they're addressing all kinds of other things. But the amount of stuff that they're putting into this game already, and it is a BR, guys, for those of you who don't know, but they're putting in so much stuff that we've talked about for Destiny even, or just any other game, and they're already, like, killing it on.
Well, first of all, something that this game has, before we even get into the gameplay, is just, like, the emotes and the skins of all, like, every day you log on, there's different weapon skins. Yep. There's different, what are they called, champions? There's different champion skins, literally every day. And I've actually spent more money on this game than I actually have spent on Destiny. And I say
in a relative amount of time.
I want to spend money on Destiny. Like, I really want to. But this game, like, I'm spending money on it because I'm like, dude, that skin looks dope. Like,
it's like Fortnite where they actually have, like, cooler skins.
Dude, the other day I got on and there was an emote. Someone was doing a one-handed push-up, and I was like, oh, hell yeah.
You know I'm flexing on them. But
like, that's part is dope, too, because, like, I want to spend my money on Destiny.
The game in general is just so much fun, and it takes, like, a lot of the cons, in my opinion, for Battle Royales. Like, a big problem with Battle Royales, which you've kind of seen develop over the time, was, like, once you're dead, you're out, right?
Yep.
Like, that's not the case in this game. It's so easy to bring people back to life, especially, like, if you killed one person on their team and even 2, and it'll tell you, like, oh, there's 1 person remaining on this squad.
Yep.
Like, you actively hunt this person out because they can easily, if you just, like, run away and leave them to be, they can just bring their whole squad back. You know what I mean? Like, very, very easily. So it's almost like more cat and mouse-ish. Like, we need to finish them. We need to find this guy.
And
like when your team goes down, it's not over. You know what I mean? It's not like, oh, well, game's over, guys. Like,
back out.
Or like, oh, well, you know, your odds of winning 1v3 in the last circle are pretty fucking low. No, like, in a matter of 2 minutes, you can bring the whole squad back, which I love.
Like last night, there was a game where me and our partner both died. You made it to the final crown circle just by like laying in the cut. 2 people went down. We revived and we actually won the match.
Yeah. So you better be on it.
And my biggest problem, like with BRs, for the most part, is they're just boring to me. Like they're just so boring. Like I remember when Fortnite came out and we were just like running from the storm the entire time.
Yep.
And then a bunch of our homies got us to download Call of Duty Warzone. Like we were talking about it for weeks. Like, dude, we need to start playing Warzone. We need to start playing Warzone. Warzone is so boring. It is literally, it bores me to death, dude. Like by the time I'm actually in an engagement, I'm already checked out of the game. I'm like, oh, there's people now. Like.
Yeah. You're just like running around miles. Like it's just so
for
slow
miles
for me. And like the movement, this game, literally, I've never seen a game that's so fast paced to the action. Like if you want to start fighting, you can start fighting immediately. Like in Warzone, we literally are running around like, where are people? Where are people? Where are people? And then you die to one fight or you win one fight and you're still like looking for other people.
Yeah.
Like in this game, I've never seen a game where it's
you can
just
lay back in the
nonstop.
cut and loot. And then once you're ready to go, you're like, all right,
Let's go.
Let's go.
And like at the end, there's no stopping. There is zero camping. It's literally impossible to camp in this game.
Yeah.
Impossible. So.
Because there's reveals. Like someone in your.
There's literally and the movement is just so much. If you're camping in a corner, you're gonna die.
Yeah.
So if you're not moving, you're losing. So just the way that the game is set up, I hope it gets bigger. The only problem right now is there's no player base. So that's kind of why we have it as a topic because it's one of our favorite games. So we know you guys will love it. MW Missile just said he hasn't installed but hasn't touched it.
Dude,
come play with us tonight.
It's so good. It's hard. Like you're gonna get your ass kicked for sure at first, but you can't get discouraged because we're gonna like our first 5 games that we dropped into last night, we were out like almost immediately.
Yep.
And then once you get warmed up, once you get that shot warmed up, and the problem is you don't get many you're engaging with people who have been playing 4 or 5 games already when you're on your first game. But guess what they just did? They released patch notes today, and they're bringing a team deathmatch mode, so you can go in play.
Well, I think that's not like permanent, so that's gonna be like on a rotator. So
big mistake.
Yeah. Well, you know. Right now they're having player issues. Like you can't fill a lobby right now, which is kind of brutal.
You can from like 8 to 10 o'clock. It's
But
like
after
full
that,
lobbies,
it's like
but then once people go to sleep, it's like 17 squads.
Yeah, instead of 20.
And then the map's just like you go to drop and you're like, let's drop in the limelight, and then all of a sudden
the
like
map is
you're
like
like,
way
oh,
more
nope.
dynamic.
Yeah.
Like then it's not circle based. It's just like random shit. So like the middle of the map will just disappear and it'll be a big circle.
Yeah.
And then like part of it'll cut out and then it kind of comes around and just funnels everybody. It's
Yeah.
nutty.
And then you'll be in a spot and you'll be like, oh, the map's closing behind us. So you know like 2 or 3 teams are going to be running from behind like straight towards you. And instead of you pushing forward, you're like, all right, let's saddle up and as soon
Let's
as
go to war.
Yeah, dude. As soon as they start to jump, you can see them. They're like jumping on rooftops and shit. They're like up in the sky and then they land.
Flying all around all over you. But nah, so it's super dope. And biggest thing, season 2 starts tomorrow, guys. So it's a good time to get in. And they're making a lot of in-game changes. They announced the patch notes today.
Team doubles.
That's gonna make it way better for console players and make it like more forgiving as far as like the aiming and the playability. So that's been like a big issue is like just how difficult it is. So they're putting a lot of stuff in to hopefully help that. And another good thing is like they're gonna have more fun like arcade style games that
The
are
floor
like
is lava.
like they have like a new floors lava mode. So like we said, it's very like movement driven. So there's gonna be like a weekly rotator that's just like random different game modes. And one week it's gonna be floors lava where like the entire base ground is like covered in lava and you have to like jump around from roofs to roofs. Like just like fun stuff like that. That's a little more casual gameplay.
Yeah.
So if you guys haven't checked it out, hit us up, join the Discord. We're gonna be playing a lot. So if you guys want to play with us, and even if you're struggling to play like solo or having some problems, we'll like hit
The
us
solo
up.
playlist is gone.
Well, I know that's what I mean. Especially if you're dropping into squads, like we're always looking for a third, especially. So come
Literally
play
all the
with
time. And
squad.
you could suck and we'd probably still win. We just have problems with thirds that like
It's a lot of it's about communication and getting like revives up. Like it's so instant.
or we'll have a third and they'll just fly in right away and die.
And then they
they back
that's
out.
just the
So
two
it's
of you
like a
the
3-on-2. So
So hit
literally
us up.
all you have to do is just play and like communicate and have fun. Like you're gonna die.
After Bob says, okay, I'm installing it. Sheesh. Yeah. So, guys, if you didn't know yet, download Hyperscape. All right? Because Season 2's coming. And honestly, I can see it taking off because the game is really, really good. And, yeah, Thanks, Spider. Yeah, guys, hit that like button. Love you guys. Thanks for that. Big fan love. And if you really like it, hit that monetization donation button at the bottom of your super chat. All right, super chat it up.
If you really like it, why don't you throw us 100 bones? Because we're poor as hell.
Anyone for $100, we put your face right here. I literally will. $100, face goes on the show. You're right here sitting with us. Done, gang. You're
Right
welcome.
next to Jeffrey Adams.
Right next. Yeah, both. Yeah, we'll Photoshop them all together. We'll just like Photoshop people into like a family picture of like.
And also, there's 15 people watching, but only 10 thumbs up. So get it together, boys.
You guys know what's up. All right, moving on.
All right. Drop your Postmaster questions. You know what time it is.
Any kind of question you possibly could ever fucking have, especially if it's about Hyperscape. But no, literally anything.
Could be about gaming. Could be about real life. Could be my favorite shoes. Could be my favorite tacos. Could be whatever. Whatever you want to ask.
And Dutch is going to hit you with
Ask us a question. While you guys are typing in your questions right now, we're going to do a little shared wisdom.
Shared wisdom for the red.
Lauren, can you hit the screen real quick? Decon's going to pull up a map.
What am I pulling?
A map of Europa that came out.
Don't hit yet. Okay. Bye. I'm not ready. Okay, I'm ready. Go.
So this came out in last week's This Week at Bungie, and at first, I just skipped right past it and was like, what is this? I don't know why I didn't pay attention to it. And then I was on Reddit yesterday, and I was like, holy shit, that is Europa
The map.
on our map. So when we pick Europa as a destination and open it up, similar to how we pick Nessus, you pick Nessus, and then it opens up, and then you can choose all the menagerie, all that shit at the bottom. This is what it's going to be. And I started giving it a close look, and I realized that you have Europa in the middle, then there's those 6 dots at the bottom, and then there's that triangle thing at the top. Now, I don't think the 2 circles on the left and right with the pyramid ships are going to be anything. But
though.
They could. But I do think.
What do you guys think?
I do think that thing at the bottom and the triangle at the top, for sure, is going to be something.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I forgot. No, go back. Sorry, I forget that that's like the screen. Yeet.
So,
Look
I don't
at
know.
the producers, though, on the quick fingers.
So yeah, I don't know what that is, but it is definitely interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I just thought I'd share it with you guys because it's pretty dope, and I don't know if you guys have seen that yet. Also, in shared wisdom, and we talked about this earlier, but if there's anybody watching now that wasn't watching during our first topic, if you pull Horror Story or Braytech Werewolf out of your collections, they are updated with this season's logo and values of 1360 and come out masterworked, and those rolls are pretty good. So yeah, those are pretty dope.
Cut it.
Also, this week's Nightfall is going to be double Nightfall rewards again. We do need to do our Grandmaster this week tomorrow, but Nintendo just had his baby, so he might not be there to join us. Nintendo, if you are, we'll obviously do it with you. But
Nintendo War. I know he has his on in the hospital right now.
he's probably playing in the corner. He had a boy. Yeah, they named him PlayStation Warrior.
His first name is PlayStation. His middle name is Warrior. And his last
Acosta.
name is Acosta. PlayStation Warrior Acosta. No, his name is Alexander.
Alexander
the Great of PlayStation.
Congratulations.
So congratulations, Nintendo Warrior, for being a dad of your 6th child.
Excuse me, 6? Oh,
Yes.
shit. I thought it was 5.
Oh, 5, sorry.
this is the
Excuse me.
This is
Because
the
once you have 5, you have 6. There's really no fucking difference, let's be honest.
So yeah, shout out
So,
to the boy.
Anybody out there who wants to do
Yo,
Grandmaster
Wagon's
with
in
us?
the chat for the man.
We're looking for a Warlock with a well, or I can do a
We're
well,
looking for a warlock with a well that knows what they're doing and knows how to use Izanagi.
or I can use the well if we have a hunter with invis grenades.
Yeah, or a beast in Invis Grenader.
Yeah, that's what we're looking for. I guess a Titan with a bubble would work, but
Nope, no, it won't.
okay, it won't. And so, but 1080s are going to be huge this week. Like the Grandmaster Nightfall this week is going to be super hard, but if you do it on 1080, you can actually breeze through it pretty easily, and the rewards are going to be insane.
Double
Rewards again.
back at it.
Yep. And also,
But you'll find me only in the forest.
shout out to Ace and shout out to Ninja Rabbi. The boys got me hooked up with Xbox Game Pass Ultimate for $1, a one-time payment of $1. You get it free for the rest of your gold subscription up to 36 months. So you know what I did? I went and bought 36 months of Xbox Gold. I logged it onto my account. Then I paid $1 and got 36 months of Game Pass Ultimate
for $1.
free.
which is basically like $400 in savings. or
More.
something.
It's $500.
$500 in savings. So yeah, guys, that promotion's going on right now. Highly recommend it. Game Pass is only getting
So
better with EA.
I spent
coming to it, like, all that
$120
shit.
on my gold subscription, which I would have spent anyway.
You're never gonna not have a gold subscription, guys.
Right. So
Ever.
I bought
So just prepay it.
$120 of gold subscription. Yeah, it's prepaid. I was going to spend that money over the course of 2 years. I was going to renew
Anyway.
it. And October 25th, I was going to spend 60, and then a year from then, I was going to spend another 60. So I paid it up front, and I'm saving like $500.
And then you swap it over that $1 and you get 36 months free. So
Yep.
go do that now. Don't play yourself
But make sure you get the gold and put it onto your account
first,
before you pay the $1 for the ultimate.
because the $1 only goes to what it's billed out to already.
Yeah.
So power play right there. Save yourself like $500.
So now I can play Halo.
that Game
Now
Pass.
when Fable comes out, I'm going to play Fable.
All the EA
all the
Sports
EA
stuff?
games and all the
new Bethesda stuff?
games.
Literally, it's sick, guys. So definitely go do that. That's the biggest shared wisdom we've ever had.
Not to mention Final Fantasy games are on there. Crash Bandicoot games are on there. Like
Okay,
No, isn't
I
Crash?
want
No,
Crash.
Crash is PlayStation, no?
Crash is on there.
No way.
Yeah.
I wanna play Crash.
There's no way. That's a PlayStation exclusive.
It is.
Crash Bandicoot is on there.
That's
Are you
lit.
serious?
Maybe it's Banjo and Kazooie.
Yeah, there you go. You might be better on that. It's no way it's Crash.
Banjo and Kazooie is on it too.
Yeah, you could get Lauren could be playing Banjo Kazooie right now.
Well, what about me, bro?
You play Crash Team Racing. That's actually $60.
Then buy it.
Well, I just spent $120 on my gold subscription, so we could have unlimited games. But babe, there's definitely games that you could play on
Yeah, Lauren
Game
plays the
Pass.
duck game. It's co-player now. You guys can play together.
Shit.
Your goose.
Never finished it. I couldn't pass the end.
Jen, there's like 150 games on Game Pass.
I like Crash Bandicoot.
Well, I bet you'll like Banjo and Kazooie even more.
I
I
couldn't
like
pass
Banjo
it.
All right.
and Kazooie.
Is that it? Is that all you got?
Yep. Now we need to do Postmaster.
All right. Let me change the lights.
Can you do
Purple.
Oh my god.
Okay, the purple's pretty badass.
Yeah, I told you purple was badass.
Purple is badass.
That's funny.
All right, go ahead.
All right, Dutch, favorite video game to play with your daughter? We actually play this game on her iPad. I think it's called like Running Man or something, but literally it's this kid with like he's like a graffiti kid. And he's getting chased by a cop, and he runs, and there's little trains that like come, and you can like swipe to the left or swipe to the right or jump or
It's
slide.
literally Subway Runner, but a knockoff version.
Yep, that's basically I think it's called Subway Runner.
Yep.
Yeah, we play that a lot. She loves that game.
Yep.
She
Oh, so it's actually the Subway. Yeah, that's the real version.
I guess.
Then there's a bunch of knockoffs.
It could be a knockoff. You can get on like a hoverboard. You can like
Yep,
hover
yep,
on
yep,
stuff.
yep,
Yeah, yeah. Game's dope. So, she plays that. She plays a lot. We play a lot of like memory games. Like,
Yeah, we got to get her smart so that way when she's at the proper age, she can hop in and she'll know raid mechanics.
and when I play Destiny, sometimes when like GK's at work and it's just Lana and I, Lana will sit on my lap. Like if I have to log on at reset and do something real quick, Lana will just sit on my lap. I give her one of my old Elite controllers, and she just thinks she's playing, and she just goes to town.
Nice.
Yeah. So we're training. We're in training right now.
Dope. Next.
Would you rather spend 48 hours on a road trip with someone with awful music taste and they were in charge of the radio the whole time, or stuck on a road trip with a car full of women trying to be funny? How hot are these women on a scale from 1 to 10? Because if they're 10s and they're annoying, then I can put up with it. If they're 5s, can
Stuck on a
can I
road
put my
trip.
headphones in? Either in
Yeah,
either,
can I put
in
my
either,
headphones in and listen to the music that I want anyway?
in either scenario, can I put my headphones in?
So I'm guessing the answer is going to be no. I think I'd rather go with the road trip, but the person would probably be like kind of funny, so I could just turn the music down and talk to them.
Yeah, what's the volume of the music from said person with poor music taste?
Yeah, like it's not blaring the whole time. Like we're going to just have good conversation. compared
What
to
if they're
having-
like singing it? They're just like jamming. They're like
Okay, then I'm
singing
definitely going with the women.
fucking.
Just kidding. I'm definitely going with the music.
Wait, what was the question?
You didn't even read the question.
I did read it, and you don't think we're entertaining? I find myself very entertaining.
They're not talking
They didn't
about
say
you,
you
Lauren.
guys.
It said
No, but I'm just saying. I find myself with a group of girls very entertaining.
Yeah,
okay, but that's not what the
that's
question
not
was.
the question. That's not the question.
A car,
You guys are very sassy.
a car full of women trying to be funny. No, you just Lauren's trying to like act like it's her. It's not you, babe.
Yeah, it's
I'm just referring to myself, aka as a woman.
yeah, but Lauren, you're actually funny.
Yeah.
It's not in a car full of funny women. It's a car full of women that aren't funny that are trying to
Yeah,
be funny.
if they were funny, it'd be an obvious answer. Yes.
Yeah, I'd rather drive in a car full of funny women than a car full of women that aren't funny.
Come on.
I'd rather just. Can I wear headphones? Like, if I can just wear headphones.
No, I don't think you
Okay. And
Can
is
I
that
fall
it?
asleep?
Is that all we got? Is that it? I think.
Carpool of Devin on the way back from Burley Oak.
Dude,
Spider
that
said
might have been
producer
the
does
worst.
have jokes.
Hold on. That was the worst experience of my life, dude.
Coming back where?
From Burley Oak with
It
you?
was great.
No, it wasn't, bro.
It was epic.
I
dude.
almost punched you in the face.
Happens, guys.
Dude, I
Sometimes
have a
people ain't
video.
ready for the wagon.
I have a video. Can we get that video? Can we show people the video of you with a stick in your foot?
Shut up.
Yeah, hop in the Discord. We'll put it in there after the show.
No, we need to go live on the show right now.
Do you have it? Like
Yeah,
accessible?
Yeah.
Accessible.
Accessible?
Accessible. Accessible.
Where is it? I do have it.
Release and you can
Here it is, dude.
buy it online.
All right, play it for the people.
And then go pick
Here you go, guys. A little insight onto Burley Oak trip.
Can I just drop it in a Scratch? And can you pull it up on your computer?
No, that takes a little long. Just
it. Oh,
go.
This is not water.
Okay, you have to show them.
Give me that. That's cool. Can we have that?
Well, they can't hear it.
I was already.
They'll definitely be able to hear it. All right, guys. This is gonna be it, and then we out. Thank you guys for watching. Oh, before we do this,
Will you hold this?
okay, yeah, I will. But before we do this, Six Beers Deep is now recruiting.
Yeah. But you have to meet the qualifications.
We will drop the qualifications in announcements, and if you guys are interested in joining and are not already in the clan, hit us up and be sure to tell them that Dutch and Decon sent you in your welcome message. Thank you. All right,
Hold the
watch this.
camera
Watch
up.
this video, and then we out.
And this was one of the worst moments of my life.
Okay, honestly, best moment. Oh, actually, one of my worst moments ever.
This isn't water. This is not water.
Oh, that's better. Then give me that. That's cool.
This
Can we
kid
have
Joe
that?
No, I
would
do.
not stay away from my foot. He put a stick
I fucking said this was gonna happen.
It's
Mark my
plenty
goddamn
loud.
words.
Joe, say that though. When someone says don't
Yeah,
touch something, just don't come in here like you're gonna touch it. No, but you came in like you were gonna touch it. I just freaked me out, dude. I'm like, don't touch. No, I don't want to.
Shout out Alex Morgan.
Foot is bleeding. You need to get back. Neil's dying, dude. Neil's dying. Joe, just let me chill, dog.
Joe, flex it up for him.
How bad is this, dog?
It's fucking dripping. I'll tell you.
Oh, you're just bleeding.
I already pulled the stick out.
There's a fucking stick in my foot.
Yeah, stick in my foot.
I did, but we won. I threw the fucking clutch win for the dub.
Watch wait for the dub. All right, guys, we out. Fuel the jet.
Game winner. 1-0.
Yeah, we out. Wow.